Hello and welcome to Initiations to Esoteric Knowledge, Part 14. This is Crystal Meach with Tao of the Heart YouTube channel. And this is really exciting because we're now getting to the end of the harder realities and working towards connecting between men and women. So that's really exciting. Okay. So, summary of part 13. In the previous episode, we discussed how women castrate or emasculate men. By going through this exercise, women start to realize their actions. This blazes the trail for transformation of women's actions, thoughts, attitudes, and how she relates to herself and men. Her work now shifts to planting new seeds, ones that create greater intimacy with herself and men. She starts healing the wounds she previously projected onto others. The storytelling phase of the hunt. So, what if there's a good reason for what men do? If men think differently than women, that means that men use words for different reasons than women. Most men behave and think as warriors, hunters. There are different phases to hunting. In the storytelling phase, men relive a vivid accomplishment or challenge. And this teaches a moral lesson, it encourages others, it provides valuable methods, it empowers himself, and this triggers juices and hormones within him. It causes a surge through his body, and he's able to recover the energy spent on the hunt. And he retells a story because of the above benefits. Women see retelling as she can't remember, and this is not true for men. How women use language or words. They don't repeat stories. The brain is shaped for gathering and tending. They don't usually face danger or challenges within the meadow. And they're privy to information in gathering. They gain experience by gathering. They relay information upon returning from the meadow, and they expect others to listen and retain information. And repeating herself is considered an insult to their intelligence. So that's two different ways that men and women think. Women don't usually try to repeat what information is shared, and men do repeat because of the value of what their experience is able to provide. How men physically experience power or happiness. It's in the upper chest, their shoulders, their neck, their lungs. And notice that a loss of power is when they're crushed. Their upper body caves in. It's like a loss of air. Diminishment of power, women's choice. Some women see it as a right to diminish men's power and defend her actions. If a woman chooses to give up her right to diminish men, then men become teachers, trainers, and a support system. Giving up the right to diminish men is a vow to adhere to a code of honor and conduct. They learn to live from that vow. They develop a new understanding of men. They develop a new set of reactions to men. And it's similar to an awakening. The first signs of an awakening. Women will notice their relationships start to change. Despair starts to turn to hope. Their tone changes. And a woman will hope to be useful to others. The attitude of getting and taking turns to receiving and giving. You'll notice she may ask, "How can I help? What do you need?" And women are more open to receive and provide opportunity to solve a problem. She sees the duality of both sides of the story by hearing only one side of the story. She sees distance in relationships due to years of emasculation. She empathizes with men's rage, embarrassment, and disdain. And she also empathizes with women's pain, frustration, fear, and loneliness. She'll notice a change in women's relationships with other women. Some will also want to learn, however, some will react. They may feel she is on men's side. They may feel dejected and angry about the change. They may feel abandoned by the change. Note you're not abandoning the relationship, you're abandoning the previous thoughts that you had. A good piece of advice is to ask, what if there's a good reason for what men do? And explain that you're not justifying the behavior of men, you're trying to understand it and your part in it. Why would a man say something mean or cruel? Why would the worst be brought out in men? Validation for the changes. Identify with what you learn. There is no duality. It is an illusion. And go back to the feeling within your heart. Emasculation of men withholds appreciation, admiration, sex, participation, and trust. Women's assumptions about men are wrong, such as invitations are polite, not sincere. His behavior would change if she treated him like a woman. And he had signs of relief and declined her in offhanded ways. The price of her behavior: intimacy, love, sharing, attention, respect, affection, partnership, and marriage. Some women feel bankrupt at this expense, and they may see that actually within their actual finances, and that's a whole number another series that I'm going to get into next, after I get through men and women's relationships, because I definitely do want to talk about financial abundance, and that's certainly important, and it's the number one reason for divorce is finances. So a lot of the people that I work with come to me and they've already gone through a divorce, or they're going through it right as they're speaking to me, as they become a client. So that's definitely something I want to work with in the future. A new way of thinking stops nagging, criticizing, needing, and withholding. And there's still more work to do. Women still need to understand their effects. They need to work to understand their own thoughts and understand how her influence motivates him to act either positively or negatively. And what if she understood that men are eager to impress her? And that's something to meditate on. What if she understood she is winning if he is winning? So that's a little homework if you're a woman watching this. And thank you for watching. If you've gone through the series, I certainly would love to hear your feedback. Um, yeah, until next time, have a great day. And I'll have more episodes coming up.